to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently. We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on their necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got
difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up. When I did it, I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I was fucked up, fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. When I did
Too late to apologize. It's too late.
when I did it, I was fucked up.
Too late to apologize.
I was fucked up.
Too late.
When I did it, I was fucked up. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I'm not going to call P. Diddy a bitch. 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 P. Diddy a bitch.
Sean Combs is a bitch. Yeah. Sean Combs is a bitch. They bitches too. Sean Combs is a bitch. Bitch. Yeah. Yeah. Sean Combs is a bitch. Yeah.
You don't hit women when you're a man. You don't hit women when you're a man. P. Diddy a bitch. 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 P. Diddy a bitch.
Sean Combs is a bitch. Yeah.
I'm not going to call P. Diddy a bitch or any other name like that. But I ain't gonna stop anybody else from doing it. I'm not gonna malign them. P. Diddy a bitch. 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 P. Diddy.
All right, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get ready to get back into it. Everyone, please get those likes up. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur. Also on TikTok at Dr. A. Shakur and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right. Give me just a second. Okay, so here we go. So let's get ready to get into it, beloveds. All right, let's see who's in here. Deneen Grant. Donna is here. Anita. Terry Hartfield. April. Timber Dan. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Mommy is here. Tangi. Nessie X. Queen Amoni Huey. Carl Kilcrease. Buckhorse DC. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into it. About damn time. It's in the house. Re-educated Soul. Danielle. Jeff ATL. Amir. Deronda. Courtney J. Brand Slayer TV. AJ Matthews. Jeff ATL. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so Stephen A. Smith. This just in. Please pay attention. Stephen A. Smith went in on Diddy for deleting his Instagram post. Okay, as we know, he's deleted all of his Instagram posts. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, beloveds. Hold on just a second. Make sure I added all my tags on here. Okay, so let's get started. We'll talk about Diddy first, and then I'll get into JLO, because here's another thing. Diddy dropped his $60 million lawsuit. Okay, so let's talk about that first. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Diddy reportedly dropped Sean John's $600 million lawsuit amid his sexual assault allegations. Okay, the legal battles and woes continue to pile up for the disgraced icon. Now, I just saw this. I just saw this. Okay, so they say Diddy has been in a legal back and forth since 2021 with Sean John LLC and GBG USA Inc. Now, these are the former owners of his former clothing company, but it appears that the fight may have reached its conclusion. Now, reports are saying that the Harlemite has voluntarily dropped his $60 million lawsuit against the brand's former owners and has reached an agreement. He initially sued the company for continuing to use his likeness and image after he sold 90% of his take to the fashion brand to them in 2016. Things quickly turned sour between Combs and the new owners as the rapper felt they were misusing his image in their marketing attempts. Now, right there, I want you all to pay attention to something. Right there, I want you all to pay attention to something. Because what did I just tell you on the previous video on the main channel? What did I just tell you all on the previous video on the main channel? I told you all that a business relationship might go sour. And I find it all very interesting that now they're saying that this is going sour. Okay? I'm telling you, the cards don't lie. So let me continue. So it goes on to say that Sean Combs created Sean John in the 1990s before the brand quickly became a powerhouse in 2001. Okay? And so the rapper felt they were misusing his image in their marketing attempts. Now, Combs' lawsuit dismissal is just the latest in the Diddy saga as allegations accusing the mogul of sex trafficking and assault continue to pile up. Now, Puffy has maintained his innocence in the face of Cassie Ventura and other women's accusations and lawsuits, but the businessman's stance suddenly changed after disturbing footage of him was released. And we all know what that footage was. So in May, CNN released footage from the 2016 showing that Diddy was assaulting Cassie at a now defunct hotel. Combs can be seen chasing her and all of that. We saw the whole thing. Okay, no need to revamp it. But Ventura and her team, now basically he said he took full responsibility and he was hoping that he would get grace. Remember he said he asked God for his mercy and grace. But Cassie and her team weren't having it. Okay, as Cassie's legal representative, Meredith Firetog, released a statement following his statement, asserting that Diddy's most recent statement was more about himself than the people that he hurt, including Cassie. Now, when Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything, saying that it was all just a money grab and that the victims were looking for a quick payday that they clearly didn't deserve. Okay, that way, that he was compelled, to apologize once the denials were proven false. Okay, that's the only reason he came out and apologized. He felt stupid. He knew he was looking real crazy after trying to accuse these women of just wanting his money. Okay, when that was proven false, he had no choice but to say something. He had to make some kind of statement. All right, and basically, Cassie's attorney says that his pathetic desperation drove him to do it, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words. Now, however, the Bad Boy Records founder then deleted the apology, okay, along with every single post on his Instagram. So now that he's deleted all of that stuff, including the apology, well, Stephen A. Smith had something to say. So let's talk about it, because this just came out like half an hour ago. Okay, this is breaking news. Stephen A. Smith rips into Diddy for deleting Cassie apology from Instagram. Do you want people to know? Do you want people to know that you are contrite, that you are incredibly sorry? So goes on to say on Monday, June 24th, Stephen A. Smith uploaded a new episode of the Stephen A. Smith Show, where the talking head uploaded on the mogul for removing the post, calling him out for the foolish move. Now I want you all to pay attention to something else. I want you all to pay attention to something else, because this is very interesting to me. Because do you all remember? Hold on, I'm trying to straighten this dashiki up. Okay, do you all remember that also the cards showed me that there was something foolish or sneaky that was going to happen, as something that was dealt with folly, which means foolishness. Okay, at the end of the day, and now he's talking about this was a foolish move. Okay, Claudette said, why does he care? Well, that's just Stephen A. Smith. You know, he thinks that he's the authoritative and the authority, and he's the one that can criticize everyone. Remember how he did Kyrie. So it goes on to say, if you had 1 million photos, if you had 1 million videos, and you decided to delete 999,000, the Cassie apology is the one that you should have kept up if you're sincere. And I know that you've been taking a lot of hits, and there's been shrapnels of criticism all over the place aimed in your direction. Not that it wasn't deserved. Now, although one could argue the ex that you hit had to deal with a hell of a lot more than you had to deal with in terms of criticism. He went on to say that he doubled down on his previous thoughts. He then offered some advice on what the Bad Boy Records founders should have done, especially after CNN released the 2016 footage. Stephen A. questioned why he wouldn't want the world to know that he was sorry for his actions and would take steps to eliminate everything uploaded on his page. Wants to know why he would just do that. Okay, so I find it all very interesting. I'm going to share this video. I'm going to put up an overlay. I'm going to put up an overlay because this is on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm going to put an overlay on here. So I'm going to share my screen. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Here we go. Let me turn on a little bit of music. Lights up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance.
But here's where it gets, I don't want to use the word tricky or whatever, but one would argue foolish on the part of Sean P. Diddy Combs. My man, you deleted all the videos from your Instagram account, including that one I just showed. If you had 1 million photos, if you had 1 million videos, and you decided to delete 999,999, that's the one you should have kept up. If you're sincere, you got nearly 20 million followers on Instagram. 20 million, nearly 20 million. And I know that you've been taking a lot of hits, and there's been shrapnels of criticism all over the place aimed in your direction. Not that it wasn't deserved, but that doesn't mean that there's but so much one human being could take. Although one could argue the ex that you hit had to deal with a hell of a lot more than you had to deal with in terms of the criticism. But I digress. My only point for bringing up this subject on this particular day is because Diddy, why'd you delete that video of the apology? To delete all of them, delete everything else. Not that. Don't you want people to know that you were contrite, that you were incredibly sorry, that you have profound regret for the egregious actions that you were caught on camera committing? By deleting the video, you throw all of that out the window. The possibility of the very few people who would ever believe that really having a reason to continue to believe you. Why would you delete? Who are your PR people? I mean, who are these people? Where is the counsel? Where is the advice? Because had that been me, I'd have said never delete your account and never delete that video. Leave that up forever. Because that was you apologizing and owning up to your transgression. A video that you know everybody else has. I know you say everybody else got it. Everybody got it because I already said it. I already put it out there. But you deleting it from your account. That wasn't smart. That wasn't smart. Especially when most of the world got access to it anyway. It comes across as you wanting to erase everything, as opposed to wanting to be accountable for everything.
Stephen A. Smith, please sit down somewhere. Please sit down somewhere. Now, first of all, why does he always have to scream? He can't just have a regular conversation. He has to shout everything that he says. Is that for more emphasis? To make his point seem more valid? I just have questions. So anyway, that was Stephen A. Smith going in on Diddy for daring to delete every Instagram post. And basically saying that he's lost any support that he ever had left after everybody saw that video. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not surprised that he deleted all of his posts. I'm really not. In fact, what I was surprised at was that he left his comments on. Okay, after all the stuff that he's got coming out and all the things that people were saying and going in on him, I was actually kind of shocked that he left his comments on. I thought he would close out his comments, but clearly he didn't. Y'all are still laughing at Stephen. It's all crazy, right? It is all crazy. Please pay attention. So with that all being said, let's go back to what I said on the previous video when I talked about Diddy as it pertained to the demise of Tupac. Let me go to this TikTok video. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now I'm going to share my screen because I find his commentary on this subject quite amusing, Sis Terry Harville. Yeah, I do too. Amir said I type in all caps sometimes, but god dang. Okay, so listen. As I was saying on the previous video where I talked about, how I channeled Tupac in a dream and he was showing me that Diddy had this whole nefarious plan about getting him taken out after the song Hit 'Em Up came out, right? Let's not forget what Gene Deal said. Now I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this TikTok. Hey, Myth King, the Dean Beloved. Okay, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. If you didn't see the previous video on the main channel, please go back and watch. Please go back and watch. Thank you in advance. Hold on. Now, even though this is a TikTok video, I'm still going to put up an overlay because let's not forget this came from a YouTube channel.
Puff is in the situation he's in right now because he had what we call a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that self-fulfilling prophecy was to be the greatest on his label, which he was. And which he said, no one could be bigger than me on Bad Boy label. When he said, and for the sake of the internet, I'm not going to use profanity. I don't give a F if Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or should not go to jail. When he said that, that was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Say it in thy mouth, believe it in thy heart, and it shall happen. and it happened. I've seen people pray over him, do sacrilegious things, and he goes to throw a dove and the dove fall down to the ground. And I look at this and I say to myself, this shit is bigger than, this shit is crazy. I'm saying this to say that when you put it out there and you give it to the people that don't deserve it, that has gone through life and hurt and has taken from everybody around them to be big at it, you doing society, you doing us as a people a disjustice. There's no way this kid should be getting, this man should be getting an icon award when all he has done was destroy the people around him to be y'all icon, not one of mine.
Okay, so you all heard it. Now remember, Diddy said that he didn't care if Tupac had to die, if Biggie had to die, and Suge Knight went to jail. Why did he say that? Because in my opinion, now I can't substantiate this, but from what Tupac showed me in that dream, that was his plan, because he knew that he was going to take out Tupac and Biggie, and he was going to do this under the guise of the East Coast, West Coast beef, so that it wouldn't look like he had anything to do with it, like I told you previously. And also, he spoke about Suge Knight going to jail because he was hoping that people would accuse Suge Knight of taking out Biggie in retaliation for the demise of Tupac. All right. So, like I said, and this is all alleged. This is just my thinking. All right. So, with that all being said, I find it all so interesting. That's right. Mr. Elevation said he's just reaping what he has sown. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is, beloved. Okay. Please pay attention. But hold on. Let's revisit this video also. All right. I'm going to share my screen again.
Me and Biggie had a conversation the week before he died. I was in the Winnebago and Biggie was telling me his whole life story. It's something that he had to feel. It's something that he had to know for him to sit there and tell me the stuff that he told me, bro. He wanted his marketing and his publishing back. That he said that the management that he had at the time, Mark Pitts and Wayne Barrows, who were Puff friends, basically talked him into selling his publishing to Puff. At the end of the contract, it said, we will revisit your marketing and your publishing at a later date. Puff was going to have him sign the contract without giving his publishing and his marketing back. Kirk Burrows said that Puff told him, man, you'll be dead before I give you all your publishing back. Me and Biggie had a conversation.
Said, man, you'll be dead before I give you all your publishing back. Okay, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Now let me pull up this other video. Hold on, beloveds. I'm gonna share my screen again. Anita said this is really messed up on so many levels. Shaking my head. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. But Diddy's gonna get exactly what's coming to him. Please pay attention.
Diddy is responsible for Biggie Smalls' death. And Gene Deal has been talking about this for years, and he's explained how Diddy is responsible in so many different ways. He explained how Diddy should have never released Biggie's Who Shot Ya when he did, and he said that he basically did this on purpose because he should have known that Tupac would have thought that this was about him or that they had something to do with it after releasing that song, because Tupac was at Quad Studios in New York where Biggie and Diddy were at the time that he got shot.
Now, I want to pause there for a minute to say this. Pay attention, because Gene Deal absolutely did say that it wasn't, Biggie didn't think it was a good idea for them to release the song Who Shot You right after Tupac got shot. Diddy did this on purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing. This was to further fuel the beef, East Coast, West Coast, and so that when he eventually did something to Tupac, it would look like that's what it all came from, what it all stemmed from. And then when the song Hit 'Em Up came out, that made him even more so determined, okay, according to what I saw in the dream when Tupac visited me in my dream. I just want you all to pay attention. And again, just for safety purposes, I'm going to say this is alleged. Okay, let's continue.
Gene Deal also explained how Diddy was responsible because he's the one that took Biggie out to LA after Tupac's death. And he said it was super weird because he also ended up convincing him to go to the Peterson Museum after Biggie laid low the whole entire time he was in LA. And he actually didn't want to go to the Peterson Museum, but Diddy kept constantly begging him, and then he finally ended up going. He's also explained for years that when he told Diddy he heard that there were people coming after them that night that Biggie died at the Peterson Museum, that Diddy told him basically he didn't care, and if he didn't want to go, he didn't have to go. He also talked about how Diddy would constantly lie after Biggie's death and say that he never received any threats or was told that anybody was coming after them that night.
I cannot go there. I did not receive any, we did not receive any type of warnings beforehand from the party, or they were saying like we had received threats. We didn't receive threats. We didn't feel any type of tension. As I said before, we were just trying to move on from the negativity of all the hype that was created from the East-West stuff, just by showing the fans and showing the people out there that we wanted to move on, and hopefully through our actions of moving on and being out there with the people, that hopefully other people out there would be able to move on.
Did Biggie feel the same way you did?
Yes.
And Gene Deal said that the reason why Biggie didn't want to go to LA at all or even go to the Peterson Museum is he felt that it was still way too early after Tupac's death for him to even be out there.
How real is your threat of like people constantly coming and wanting to
Oh,
shoot you?
man, I mean, that's real. I think about that every day. Every day it's real. That's how real it is. I think somebody's trying to kill me. I'll be waking up paranoid. I'll be really scared. I'll just be paro. That's just the way I am. You know, you be seeing me scared to death.
Gene Deal also talked about how weird it was that Biggie actually told him right before his death that he was getting ready to leave Pup and Bad Boy Records and sign his own $6.5 million deal. And Gene Deal said that Biggie told him the only thing that he was worried about is Diddy was not trying to give him back his publishing rights, and he needed that before he went off and got his own $6.5 million deal. And we know in 2023, Diddy finally agreed to give Biggie back his publishing rights after 25 years with a lot of his other artists. And it was weird because this was a couple months prior to Cassie's lawsuit coming out, and we know from Aubrey O'Day that with getting their publishing rights back, they had to sign NDAs that they would never talk about Diddy, Bad Boy, his mother, or his son. Gene Deal also explained how Biggie's car was marked with these stickers on the hubcap, and he said somebody from their organization would have had to put these specifically only on Biggie's car because Diddy didn't have them. And it seemed like whoever did this would have wanted to know what car Biggie was riding in. Gene Deal also worked with Detective Russell Poole, and when Russell Poole showed him a lineup of people, Gene Deal picked out Amir Muhammad as being the one that he saw shoot Biggie Smalls.
That's him right there.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's the guy that came up to me.
That guy.
Wait till it again.
That
That
guy
guy?
right there.
That's him.
Yeah.
Were you ever shown his picture before? That's definitely him, though.
Yep.
Wow. That's Harry Billups, isn't it?
That's who?
He's called Harry Billups. Amir Muhammad, right? That's his name.
And if you remember Russell Poole's theory, he's the one that said that he believed it was David Mack, Officer Perez, and Amir Muhammad. And Amir Muhammad was the godfather of Officer David Mack's children. And this is what ended up getting Russell Poole booted from LAPD because he said that LAPD officers were corrupt in taking part in the killing of Biggie Smalls. Russell Poole also figured out that David Mack and Officer Perez were there that night at the Peterson Museum. And what I find super crazy is in an old interview, Diddy actually admits to hiring off-duty LAPD officers to be there that night at the Peterson Museum.
As a matter of fact, when we were out there, we had off-duty California police officers as security with us that night. That it happened also. And we always have bonded security professionals that are with us.
And Gene Deal has explained for years that he knows that it's Amir Muhammad and that LAPD had a part of this. And during this whole time, the LAPD was not taking his claims seriously. Gene Deal also explained how it was super odd that the Peterson Museum could never recover multiple video footage of the night that Biggie passed away. And he said it made him feel like that somebody was paid to make the video footage disappear because he knows that there was cameras present because there was multiple $1-million cars in the Peterson Museum at the same time during this party. And Gene Deal has been talking about Diddy and Biggie's death for years, and his story always remains consistent. But if you go back and you watch these multiple interviews of him talking about different things, you can literally piece together all these weird instances around Biggie's death. And I don't know, it's seeming pretty convincing to me at this point who might be responsible. But you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Okay, so I just wanted to revamp that because I already told you all the information in a broadcast that I did a couple of months ago on the main channel. But so I just wanted to revisit that to refresh it in your minds because I know that sometimes on social media we have short-term memory and there's so many receipts that have come out against Diddy, so many things showing that he likely absolutely had something to do with the murder of Tupac and Biggie, okay, that sometimes we forget because there's so many receipts because I've given so many receipts on him and done so many videos that sometimes I forget certain things until I go back and revisit the videos. Okay, so please pay attention. Miss J said a whole setup, shaking my head. The pieces are coming together. Absolutely. And Diddy's going to be held accountable for all these things that he's done. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, let's talk about JLO. Because here's the thing. JLO is trying to act like she is so broke. Okay, JLO is trying to act like she is so broke. I want you all to pay attention. She actually flew economy the other day. So let's get into it. Let's get into it because I find it all nefarious. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, so this is a report from the Daily Mail. Jennifer Lopez spotted flying in economy after Diva took a financial hit following tour cancellation. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, it goes on to say the 54-year-old actress was sitting in an economy seat on an Air France flight while traveling from Naples to Paris by herself over the weekend. Now, in photos and a video obtained by TMZ, the superstar was seen lining up with other travelers and standing in a window seat. Okay, sitting in a window seat. And this was on Saturday. Now, this comes just days after she was seen enjoying a solo trip to Italy without her husband and with her friends instead. She was reportedly in good spirits during her getaway, despite being hounded by rumors of an imminent divorce with the Argo actor, age 51, and possibly facing financial hits. This is also hilarious. Now, the Let's Get Loud singer was captured walking through the gate, still standing out amongst the crowd with her beauty, despite wearing a casual sweats outfit. Okay, and it goes on to say for her day of travel and flying in economy, the superstar wore an all-white sweatshirt and sweatpants. Now, she had a massive tote bag with her placed in the middle seat. Her bodyguard sat in the aisle seat with her bag between them. Okay, so let's just get past all of that. Because here's the bottom line. JLO is trying to act like she's broke, and she's trying to act like she's trying to make herself more relatable. Okay? She's that's it. Denise said it. Denise, shout out to you for that. Said still trying to be relatable. Yes. She's trying to make herself more relatable. And why is she doing this? It's because of all the stuff that's going on with Diddy, and her name has been taking hits lately. People have been talking about how she supposedly, allegedly gave that gun to Diddy in the 1999 club shooting, and how she's still been in cahoots with Diddy over the years. It's no coincidence to me that she has a home over in Star Island, just like Diddy does. And also, I showed you all the footage of where she was on Diddy's Instagram doing the little dance with him during the pandemic, basically, when he was having those parties online. Okay? So she's still been in cahoots with Diddy, and now she's looking real crazy. And let's not forget that when Diddy, I showed you all the video a couple of months ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, when Diddy was naming people that he was inviting to his party, and she was one of them. Okay, to his 50th birthday party. She was one of them. So it's not a good look for her to still have been cool with Diddy, and then to furthermore, for people to be saying that she absolutely handed him that gun, and that she also knew that Shine was taking the fall for Diddy, and that Diddy was lying. And also, the fact that they said someone threw a gun out of the moving vehicle that her and Diddy were riding in on the night of the shooting, and that it looked like a female's head. Okay, I just want y'all to pay attention. Okay? I want you all to pay attention, but hold on. Let's go to the pictures of her supposedly flying economy, because I did a little research. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, so here's the picture that was posted by TMZ. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Now, you all see that? You all see that? That's the seat that she's sitting in. And she was going to Paris for Fashion Week, I believe it was. And so she's flying economy, right? So here's what they say. Jennifer Lopez, for $400 million, takes commercial flight without Ben Affleck after emotional few weeks. So she's worth $400 million, but she's flying economy? Okay, when usually she'd be in a private jet. Jennifer Lopez was spotted on a commercial flight traveling from Naples, Italy to Paris on Saturday. Now, the Let's Get Out Loud singer is estimated to be worth $4 million, but she opted not to take a private jet to the City of Lights. Not only did she not fly private, she traveled on an Air France flight and sat in a window seat in the economy section. She appeared to have also reserved the seat next to her, where she placed her large handbag. Now, her bodyguard traveled with her instead of the aisle seat. Okay, business class seats were not an option on the flight. Now, so you all saw the picture of the seats that she was in, right? You all saw the picture of the seat she was in. Let me just go back to that again. Denise said she was probably so uncomfortable. Now, you all see those seats. Hold on, let me go back to it. You all see the seat that she's sitting in. Now, that seat actually looks a little comfortable to me. Okay, now remember the seats, red and black. The seat actually looks a little comfortable to me, more so than when you fly in coach. But here's the thing. Let's go to Air France. Let's go to Air France. Hold on. And take a look inside. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. She's trying to go back to the block. Sis Brutha, exactly. She's trying to prove to us that don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. Because I'm still Jenny from the block. I want y'all to pay attention. Okay? I want y'all to pay attention, even though she's worth $400 million. Okay? JLO needs to sit down somewhere. Now, mind you, this is inside of Air France. Okay, these are the flights, or inside of the flights. Now, this economy cabin right here looks real uncomfortable. Okay, this one looks real uncomfortable. Up here at the top, if you can see where my cursor is, that looks hella uncomfortable, right? Right here. But then if you go down to here, this is where JLO, as I love to call her J-Ho so affectionately, of course, see these red and black seats, that's where she was sitting. Now, let's click on those seats and see what it says. I'm going to share my screen. Dad said Jenny from the block has been blocked. Okay, thanks for your super chat, Dad. I appreciate you, beloved. Okay, so let's go to these seats that she supposedly sat in. All right. So here's where she was sitting. We saw she was sitting in the red and black seats. Now, here's what it says. Aged products on Air France, A320 and 777 still perfectly acceptable. Okay? So that all being said, she was riding in some aged products. These are basically some old seats. All right? Now, is she really doing bad? It doesn't look like it. Because look at this food that's served on the flight that she was on. You all see that? I'm sorry. Okay, those seats look a little bit more comfortable than the economy package, all right? She needs to sit down somewhere. Okay? Look at what she gets to eat on there. JLo, please sit down somewhere and have several seats. Now, I'm talking about shrimp. Okay, so is she really down bad? Is she really back on the block? Of course she isn't. Look at the bread, and then they also get champagne. Hold on, it looks like they said they get champagne. Listen to this. It says a quick meal complete with a tiny paper menu was served. The quinoa salad and lightly seared shrimp was just the sustenance that I needed to hold me over to the next flight. The glasses of champagne also helped to ease the delay. Now, that's what someone said who flew on this type of flight. So, yeah, she's on there eating shrimp and quinoa salad and all of that. So, she's not Jenny from the block. Samantha said she got shrimp. Thank you. And you can get champagne. So, she's trying to act like she's downtrodden. She's trying to act like she's broke, like she's suffering financial stress. Okay? Eric said that's better than what I get flying Delta. Okay, so I just want you all to pay attention, all right? At the end of the day, she's full of shite. She's not struggling. She's not broke. Okay, at the end of the day. Chosen One said, I guess that's her definition of struggling. Exactly. Okay, then says, sit down, JLo. Hold on. And Human Nature says, and she has Pinot Grigio and Evian water in there. Okay, exactly. So who does she think she's fooling? Girl, you can't play us, J-Ho. At the end of the day, you're still doing good. And again, Timberdan said, Jenny on a whole new block, apparently. Right. She's on Soho, all right? She's on Rodeo Drive. She needs to sit down somewhere. So this, like I said, is all for her to try to make herself more relatable and to get sympathy and empathy. Like, oh, I'm taking hits financially to cancel my tour. I'm having all these struggles. I'm going through a divorce and this, that, and the third. So we feel sorry and focus on that she's down bad. And so we don't look at her real shady with a whole side eye because of all this stuff that's coming out about her during these Diddy allegations. Okay, that's what it is. She thinks she is so slick. Dan said it's all too much, okay? Everyone said, J-Ho, oops. Christopher said, I think I'm hungry, LOL. All right? So now with that all being said, here's the thing. If she wants us to really think that she's down bad, she's flying budget, economy, and having stress and financial difficulties, she should have flown Spirit. Okay? If I saw her on the Spirit Airlines, then I would be convinced. All right? Because remember, Spirit is so nefarious. I told you all that I flew on a Spirit flight one time over a decade ago and was praying to the Most High that we landed safely because it was so much turbulence and there was a storm and the flight had to be diverted and all of that. It was real scary is all I'm saying. And when we finally landed safely, everybody was clapping for the pilot because we literally thought we were going to the spiritual realm. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. I've never flown that again. AJ Matthews said she should have taken a Greyhound. Okay, Claudette said I did too and never ever again. Exactly. All right, Timber Dan said Spirit Airlines tried to snatch Spirit, shaking my head. April said never flew Spirit, and please don't. Please don't, okay? Now, if she wanted us to think she was really down bad and she was back on the block for good, she should have flown Spirit Airlines or, like you all said, going on a Greyhound, okay? She needs to sit down somewhere trying to run game, AJ. She's trying to run game on us. But anyway, let's talk about Drake. Let's talk about Drake because Drake is clearly pressed. He's clearly pressed about BBL Drizzy. And so he and Lucian Grange, well, they're suing. Okay? They're suing. So let's talk about it. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. And so now here's what the reports are saying. Says that viral BBL Drizzy AI Drake diss track company gets sued. So a group of major record labels is suing two AI startups, alleging that they wrongfully used popular artists' work to train their systems to produce copyrighted music without their consent. Now, the Recording Industry Association of America, the trade group on behalf of labels including Sony Music Entertainment, UMG Recordings, and Warner Recordings, or Warner Records, filed two copyright infringement cases against AI companies Suno and Uncharted Labs, the developer behind Udio, for training their AI models with the label's unlicensed sound recordings. Now, Udio is the company behind BBL Drizzy. Now, that's the company I use when I do those AI-generated songs that I play for you all. I use Udio. So goes on to say that they're the company behind BBL Drizzy, the AI-generated song that went viral last month during the Kendrick Lamar and Drake spat. Udio was founded last year by former Google DeepMind researchers to make it easy for anyone to create emotionally resonant music in an instant, according to the company. Okay, so this is all so nefarious. In April, it raised $10 million in funding. Meanwhile, Suno raised $125 million in funding last month. Now, the platform, which allows users to create songs with only a few prompts, relies on OpenAI's ChatGPT for lyrics and title development. Udio and Suno did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Now, RIAA CEO Mitch Glazier said in a statement that the lawsuits are necessary to reinforce the most basic rules of the road for the responsible, ethical, and lawful development of generative AI systems and to bring Suno's and Udio's blatant infringement to an end. He also added that the music community is already partnering and collaborating with responsible developers to build sustainable AI tools that put artists and songwriters in charge. But unlicensed services can exploit an artist's work without consent or pay setback. So here's the thing. This is what they're trying to say. They're trying to say that they don't want AI companies to be able to create music and use their artists' voices or any of those things and use copyrighted material unless they're being paid for it. It's okay for them to use AI, but it has to be something that they get out of it. You're not just going to do it and they don't get their money, their coins. Now, in April, more than 200 artists, including Billie Eilish, Casey Musgraves, Jay Balvin, Ja Rule, John Bon Jovi, the Jonas Brothers, Katy Perry, Miranda Lambert, and more, signed an open letter organized by the nonprofit Artist Rights Alliance calling on AI developers, technology companies, platforms, and digital music services to cease the use of artificial intelligence to infringe upon and devalue the rights of human artists. Now, the lawsuit against Udio states that if developed with the permission and participation of copyright owners, generative AI tools will be able to assist humans in creating and producing new and innovative music. It also added that if developed irresponsibly without regard for fundamental copyright protections, those same tools threaten enduring and irreparable harm to recording artists, as well as record labels and the music industry, inevitably reducing the quality of new music available to consumers and diminishing our shared culture. Meanwhile, the lawsuit against Suno states that the company has over 10 million users generating music files using the platform, bringing in about 2 million streams. They say these digital music files have been released to the public, some already finding their way onto the major streaming services and competes with the copyrighted sound recordings that enable their creation. Yet Suno sought no permission from and gives no credit or compensation to the human artist or other rights holders whose works fuel their creation. Okay, so here's the thing. The fact that people are able to create music on these platforms generated through AI, that's a problem because you can not only create this music, but you can stream it on platforms, okay, and get paid for doing it. Okay, DJ Big Six said they need to outlaw AI altogether, video, audio, virtual, or any other form. Yes, they need to, but they're not going to do it. And then Bruta says, hypocrite. Drake knows how the Tupac estate feels, pussy. Exactly, because here's the thing. He's mad now because the joke's on him, but he didn't have any problem using it to add Tupac to his song, okay? And then he had to take it down because the family, Tupac's estate and family, didn't like it. So I want you all to pay attention. Queen Sam said, no compensation. Please pay attention. Exactly. A Re-Educated Soul said, BBL Drizzy did almost break the net. That ish was crazy, was Swayze. You meant crazy or Swayze? Okay, so that all being said, DJ Big Six said he's a hypocrite. Yes, he absolutely is. Okay, because what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. Is that what he's trying to tell us? And another thing is this. Not only is it the fact that he used AI for the to put Tupac on his song, but he also used BBL Drizzy. Did you all know that? Did you all know that he used BBL Drizzy on a song with Sexy Red recently? Yeah, so he's just such a hypocrite. At the end of the day, he's also a sore loser. And he's just mad and butthurt, bit out of shape because of how things went down with him and Kendrick. Hold on, beloveds. Okay, so he used it. Hold on, I'm trying to find the name of that song. Here it is right here. You My Everything. Drake uses BBL Drizzy B on Sexy Red's You My Everything. Okay, that's what he did. So he used BBL Drizzy himself. And now you're mad? I find that very interesting. Okay, I find that very interesting. Juju said exactly, Queen. Okay, so he's just mad because first of all, he's been exposed for filth. He's mad because everybody's listening to They Not Like Us, and we now know that he's not like us, no matter how many lies that he told. And also, here's the thing. Remember when Kanye said that Drake? He talked about Drake's rich baby daddy, Lucian Grange. See, there was some people in the industry who basically have been signed to UMG that had a problem with the relationship between Drake and Lucian because it was a whole lot of favoritism going on. And that's why, in my opinion, Kanye referred to Lucian as Drake's baby daddy, his rich baby daddy, because Lucian said that Drake had an unlimited budget. Remember how I told y'all he had a $400 million deal? Drake's budget is unlimited on Universal Music, says company CEO, and that would be Lucian Grange. Now, Drake can pretty much request anything he wants in terms of budget from his current home, Universal Music Group. The company's CEO, Lucian Grange, spoke with Hip Hop DX at the Grammy after party last week and was asked by the outlet how much Drake would be allotted when it came to budget requests. His answer fell right in line with some of the comments made by Steve Stout in an interview last week with the Breakfast Club, where he said companies would give him any amount of money that he wanted to sign with them. He said, if ever Drake or whenever Drake calls up and says he wants something for his project, I give it to him because he's the greatest. This is what Lucian Grange said. Now, the question was based off of a line spit by Drake in the Rick Ross 2012 smash, Stay Scheming, where he famously raps saying, tell Lucian I said F it, I'm tearing holes in my budget. That's what Drake said. Now, his word seems to be limitless in the music industry, and with this track record of hits, or with his track record of hits, it makes sense. Stephen Stout said that if Drake decides to sign an exclusive deal with another company, he might end up getting the highest advance ever offered to a recording artist. For Stout to be correct, the deal would have to supersede contracts made by the Michael Jackson estate for his music, where he received $250 million. There are very few artists able to command these sorts of deals. Now, I just want you to think about that for a second, because Drake is in no way a comparison to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson had real talents, okay, real skill and real talent. Drake, well, he doesn't have real talent. Drake is an actor pretending to be a rapper, and also he doesn't write his own rhymes. We already know that he has a myriad of ghostwriters, okay, at the end of the day. Now, the only rappers in history who have been close to striking this kind of deal are Jay-Z and Drake's former Young Money label head and mentor, Lil Wayne. Based on Drake's relationship with Grange and Universal Music, they just might be the ones to throw the bag at him that Stout boasted of on the Breakfast Club. Now, this article is from February of 2020, okay? February of 2020. So it just goes to show that he's getting favoritism. And yes, Lucian is his baby daddy as far as I'm concerned. What is he giving Lucian for him to have this budget where he can just get whatever he wants whenever he wants it? I have a whole lot of questions. All right. Timber Dan said no artist can come close to Michael Jackson besides perhaps Prince and a few others. Exactly. So the fact that Drake's getting all of this, yeah, it just reeks of something nefarious going on. An unlimited budget, okay? And he gets whatever he wants. And Lucian says he's the best. Now, he's not the best as far as I'm concerned at the end of the day. So, these morons will do anything and try to replace Michael Jackson as the greatest to ever do it. Shaking my head. Yes, they absolutely will. Let's not forget how they compared Taylor Swift to Michael Jackson. And she's also good friends with Lucian, okay? And signed to Universal. Re-educated Soul said he's a fraudulent individual, clearly. I absolutely agree. Okay, Re-educated Soul said, we know the answer, Queen. Thank you. Terry Harper says BBL Drizzy did that for Lucian. Yeah, he did that for him, right? And Mary says MJ is the best of all times. Exactly. So anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. But, it just goes to show that Drake is officially a loser, and he knows it. And he's mad, and now he wants to sue. But why would you sue about AI when you use AI yourself, and then you also sample BBL Drizzy on the song that you did with Sexy Red recently? So I find it all interesting. Okay, did he think that was going to help the way we look at him? I don't think we are going to be more, I don't think that we're going to be more impressed by him. I don't think anyone's impressed by him at this point, because we know he's a whole fraud and a fake. And he's not for the culture. He's a colonizer, okay, like Kendrick said. Okay, he colonized rap. That's what he has done at the end of the day. And here's another thing, too. Anita said, they're forever comparing Drake to some of the great artists. I know, right? But you know why that is. Okay, you know why that is. It's because Drake is, what do you call it? What's the word I want to use? He's a part of those people that don't like Kanye. Y'all know what I'm talking about. DJ Big Six said Drake is a fraud. Yes, absolutely he is. Okay, he absolutely is. Mo Arm said Michael had people falling out of the crowd. Probably won't ever see that level of fame. Exactly. I don't know that we'll ever see that level of fame again. Okay, I don't think we ever will. With that all being said, I hope you all enjoyed this broadcast. Everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, and so Queen Sam said, boys, stay away from the minors, okay? Re-Educated Soul said, great broadcast on the nefarious YouTube streets. Thank you, beloved. All right, so Jason says, Drake giving up that Canadian BBL for that bag. I absolutely think he did. I absolutely think he did. And we've seen Drake do some very questionable things in the past, okay? That would lead one to think that, oh, yeah, he absolutely is a little zesty, is all I'm saying. Allegedly, all right? So, that Crazy Rich Area said, Drake's a wig. Fraud today. Absolutely. Okay, so that all being said, listen, for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, don't forget that there's a premiere coming on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. And for those of you who are members, I'm going to post your member live right after this, okay? So stay tuned for that. All right, and I'll send you the links via your emails for those of you whose emails I have. Jesus said, love you to life, Queen. And I love you right, Black, beloved. All right? 100 Black says, I heard about plenty evil involving Jackson's, though. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. At the end of the day, there's a whole lot going on with a whole lot in the music industry. Okay? So that all being said, I love you all to life. Each one, teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got